Hey, welcome everybody. This is Buddha Bless talking smack now. You can also find me on the gram at teddybear234. Got my co-host with me.
Don Mega XL, Unique Conversation, SPD Bud Talk, Talking Smack Now, um, Buddha Bless. Anybody like to give a special shout out this week?
Yeah, I'm gonna give a shout out
NYC Bad Bunnies.
to the Bad Bunnies of NYC. Also I want to give a shout out to Mama Smurda. Give a shout out to my man Aaron Dunn, also known as the Big OG Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever they represent. Shout out to everybody.
Yes, true indeed. I seen the NYC Big Apple Bad Bunnies. They was looking like some bad bunnies. I'm.
They were looking like what they are, Bad Bunnies.
Yup.
So, we do our podcast and we talk smack now and we talk about what's happening.
Yeah.
This is for entertainment and entertainment purposes only. So, I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about. I know I want to talk about this mayor, this new mayor's wife, Mandami's wife, allegedly. I'm hearing it's true, but I gotta say allegedly, she said the N word,
And other explicit
things
stuff.
that shouldn't be
And
said
she a
by
racist.
somebody in her position. So what my view and everything is on that and how I feel about it is, the one thing you cannot hide is racism. You can cover it up, and you can it's no hiding it basically, it's bad and it's sad, because you're running a city, a big city, and then you got people out here that done voted for you and they didn't know about your other side, your alter ego.
Well, Mandani got alter ego. He said the bus was going to be free. Now he said he's going to tax the rich. Now he taxing the middle class with that. If your house is worth over 750,000, and majority of the houses in New York City is worth over 750,000, he want to tax it. God forbid something happen, he want to take half of it in taxes. So if the owner die, which is most likely the parent, he gonna take half the money off the top for taxes. So you basically backing a mortgage after somebody die.
Well, Don Mega Exile, I'm going to say this. When you really look at politics, politics has always been about lying, stealing, and cheating to me. And it's always going to be about that. Because the reason why is when you put somebody in power and they really never been in power, they're going to and I gotta say that to say that it's like a person coming home from jail for so many years, and the correctional officer's been controlling you. So now you come home and you want to control. So power. It's about power. It's not about respect. So it's people in power, and the politicians have always been doing this to us, and but we still vote.
Well, I had a great debate before Mandani was mayor. I had a debate with everybody in my household, and I told them when somebody offer you something free, is always a catch. So he offered a ride. He didn't provide the free ride.
Mm-mm-mm.
Then he want to tax you, and people say that's what happened when you vote for a socialist. So all the people that voted for the socialist, allegedly that's what he is or supposed to be, you're gonna find your answer. I'm just sitting back because, like anybody else in office, you gotta wait till they leave their term.
Well, the working class person has lost forever. And I'm glad we touching on this Don Mega XL because I had a guy once say to me, the working man is a dummy, right? So he had a lot of money and stuff too, and I'm like, wow, maybe this guy might be right. What am I doing wrong? So, couple of weeks go by, and then the guy comes back to me and say, yo, you think you give me $20, $30? Something light. And I gave it to him, though. I did. But I said, yo, remember that conversation? I had to refresh his memory because I was a working man at the time. So I said, remember that conversation we had about the working man as a dummy? Now you coming to the working man and you want money. So I really ain't supposed to give that to you. But I don't hold people, I don't convict people because sometimes people just say stupid stuff and don't realize what they're saying. But, you know, the working people, we've always been crapped on anyway.
Well, in order for it depends on how you look at working people. The boss, the millionaires is a working person. The person on top is a working person. So, you know, you could always elevate, but then when it comes to the working person and it comes to the non-working person and the non-working person go do a 20-year bid and the other working person did 20 years of retirement. He could work 20 years of retirement. So how you benefit from it if you say a working man is a fool? So who's a fool? You just saying a statement, but you didn't live it.
Yeah, and that's
you're gonna be in prison working.
Yeah, for 13 cents.
So
for
who
13 cents an hour.
So who the fool?
13 cents an hour.
So you're gonna tell me?
More, baby, we talking. 13 cents an hour. You want to get in our podcast, Rocks? All you gotta do is sit down and watch us. Pardon me, but yeah. So the fool is the one, because if you could work for 13 cents an hour in jail, you should be able to work out here. Let me tell you about drug dealing and selling drugs and everything. The end results to me is crime. Criminal activity is the end results to that. Mm-hmm. I've been on all sides of the fence, right? Mm-hmm. The end results to that is you lose. Because you work 20 years on the corner making your money, but then you're doing 20 years in jail and everybody deserts you, right? And also, what I see with that, this is where the real law is coming, because I know a few people who were out there and they got businesses now. Everybody didn't do that though, but you know, being on the other side is you on the other side, the cops is on the other side, and they got a job to do and they get paid to do it, so they're gonna do it for the rest of their life. At the summertime, new ones are coming.
Even if you're gonna be in a prison and the guy worked 20 years and retired, and then another person come. It's according to how you want to do your time, but to me, work is experience. Work teach you patience. Work is work. Everything is work. You get up and wash your dishes is work. So what you ain't born Prince Mr. Don't do nothing. Prince, and then you ain't gonna be able to keep the empire because you never work. How many people we know in life as we got older that was left so many things they didn't work for and lost it?
Well, I know a lot of them.
So, how you gonna say it work?
You don't appreciate, we're getting ready to go to another block in a second. You don't appreciate what you don't work for. And I say that to say this is, if those people that lost their families and the people before them stores and properties, if they had to work, they maybe would have appreciated.
Yeah.
See, people appreciate more. I think the working man appreciates his stuff more than the other man. Because the other man, you get it quicker.
But it goes into, even with, you know, we a lover of cars and machines. Everybody love a car. Man, woman, child. You love a car.
Yeah, everybody love cars.
Now, we all seen a car that come off the assembly line, right? Let's say you had a car come off assembly line. Let's say if it's a SRT, whatever, you know, the new car kids like. Now, the guy that got his SRT off the table and kept it factory, you know, life is a race, is a gamble. There's another guy that got his SRT off the table that had to build it up. So, when it comes to that, is either you're going to settle for less or you're going to build it up. But the person that built up the car and made it faster, stop, whatever it do, super, you know, he made it like sporty or whatever.
Made it a race car.
A race car.
Faster.
he gonna appreciate this car more than the person that just took the car off the table and try to race. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because he had to work and do more things to get it to where he wanted. So he worked to get that where he wanted to get it. So you're gonna definitely appreciate it more. You know, we gotta go to another block, so we're gonna end this. But everybody have a blessed day. And again, you know, the shout outs again to everybody.
NYC.
OG Blue, you know, Aaron Dunn, you know, all the people that have been involved, the New York City
Bad Bunnies.
Bad Bunnies, you
Bad
know,
Bunnies in New York City.
my Smurf, you know,
Smurda.
all of y'all out there, everybody, and I'm looking at what y'all doing and I'm liking it.
Yes.
Have a blessed day.
One thing I'm gonna say before we end out, you gotta prepare to win, because you don't want to be prepared to lose. Take care. One love.
Take
Peace.
care, everybody.